Market Fatafat, let's keep it going with all the stocks that are in focus. And time now to welcome on board our technical analyst for this segment of the show. We have Mr. Sachin Gupta, Senior Technical Analyst at 5 Paisa Capital, joining us. Sachin, good afternoon and thanks so much for joining us on the show. The first stock that you've picked out for us is MGL, Mahanagar Gas. And now, in a short while from now, after you give us a technical check, I'll be speaking about why the stock is in focus on the back of fundamental reasons. But Sachin, MGL on the charts, what kind of price action are you building up over here?
Hi, very good afternoon and thanks for having me today. Well, if we talk about the MGL, so previously the stock prices had been trading into the range for the last 8 months and consistently finding some resistance at around 1440 levels. But last week I broke out that range and almost like gain over 10% in just 2 weeks. Breakout is supported by the strong volume and a positive crossover, as well as the price is sustained above the important key long-term moving averages, which is a 200 and 100 days of exponential moving averages, which clearly indicate that now the shift in the trends from downward to the upward. And I believe that this upside momentum will continue further. On the higher side, the next potential target could be around 1600 and 1650. So I think this is a good bet for the buying in the MGL at even current price also. On the lower side, the support level is intact, which is near around 1480.
Okay, so 1480 is the support to watch out for on MGL, and those are the levels to keep in mind for that stock. But let's keep going with the city gas distribution companies and talk about why some of these are in focus today. And that's because the Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board, which is the PNGRB, has approved the second amendment to the Natural Gas Pipeline Tariff Regulations 2025, introducing a set of changes to simplify tariffs and improve access to natural gas across India. One of the key revisions is the reduction in the number of unified tariff zones from 3 to 2, and this move aims to streamline the country's natural gas transportation network and enhance access in underserved areas. Pipeline operators will now be required to procure at least 75% of their system use gas through long-term contracts of 3 years or more, and this step is aimed at improving supply efficiency and creating more stable tariffs. So that's one reason why all of these city gas distribution names, IGL, MGL, are doing pretty well in today's trading session. The second reason is also that we have a Kotak institutional report on Q1 FY26 estimates for these stocks, and they expect IGL and MGL's EBITDA to recover 53% and 26% on a year-on-year basis. So well, that is looking good in terms of the preview that Kotak has given for some of these counters. And on the back of both of these factors, these stocks are up and away in today's trading session.
All right, so these counters are in focus in the back of that news flow, but let's move on to a banking name, Indus Bank, that's in focus yet again because Motilal Oswal has come out with a brokerage note and they are maintaining a neutral stance and they have they've hiked the target price to 800 rupees from an earlier 650 rupees. They feel that bank has witnessed a steep decline in operating performance due to asset quality issues and accounting discrepancies continued. Unwind and ongoing challenges in the MFI business are likely to keep the business growth muted in the near term. They expect a gradual recovery from the second quarter of FY26 with momentum strengthening further in FY25. Now, the estimate loan and deposit growth to remain is likely to remain tepid at 6.5% to 7% on a year-on-year basis each for FY26 estimate. The near-term NIMs are likely to remain under pressure and the recovery is likely to come in from the second half onwards. Now, they take off the bear case multiples previously attributed to the stock due to heightened irregularities and a lack of confidence in the reported numbers, even as the earning estimates broadly remain unchanged. So, on the back of that note, Indus Bank is in focus today.
Okay, so well, that's a note coming in on Indus Bank. Remember, yesterday a negative note came in from Macquarie. Today, at least, there is some optimism in terms of the commentary coming in, although the stock is not reflecting that. But let's move on. And Sachin, while we're talking about banks, let's come to you for Federal Bank, a stock that has cooled off largely on the charts in the last couple of months. Do you see this changing anytime soon?
Yeah, because see, if we talk about the technical structure of that chart, so stock has shown a strong upward momentum and forming a higher top, higher bottom formations, which is again a classic bullish structures. Positive moving average crossover along with the price holding above the important parabolic SAR indicators, which is again confirm the sustained momentum. MACD has also turned into the bullish side, so which is again a positive crossover, indicate continuous strength in the trends. So I think traders should look to hold their positions and may consider a fresh buying as well near the level of around 210, with the upside potential target of 225 and 232 as well, while support is placed near around 199 levels, so that should consider as a stop loss point as well.
Alright, so that's Federal Bank on the charts. But moving on to the next banking counter, Ravinder, HDFC Bank. Now we all see that there is no breather coming in from the Supreme Court as far as the ongoing case is concerned, but we also have quarter one updates coming in for HDFC Bank. Take us through those.
Well, as HDFC Bank is in focus, our company has announced the Q1 FY26 business update, and they say that the gross advances was up by more than 6.5% to rupees 26,530 crore, and for the and deposit also saw a good uptick of more than 16% to rupees 27,640 crore as compared to 23,791 crore. And if we talk about CASA deposit, then CASA deposit was also up by more than 8.5% to rupees 9,370 crore. And if we talk about CASA deposit, then CASA deposit was down by 0.8% on a sequential basis. So back of this, HDFC Bank is in focus, though stock is trading around flat levels.
Okay, so that's HDFC Bank, absolutely flat right now. But Sachin, SBI, PSB stalwart is the one that you've picked out for us. So what are the levels that you're spotting on the charts for SBI?
Yeah, so as far as like SBI is concerned, the stock has rebounded strongly from its 200 days of important exponential moving averages, and it's currently trading within the symmetrical triangle patterns on the daily charts. On the weekly time frame, the price has been consolidating with a positive bias and hovering above its immediate support of 775. In my view, like as long as price holds above the support, the momentum is likely to continue towards 840 and 860. So therefore, like, traders are advised to hold their positions with the strict stop loss of 775 and can look out for the target of 840, 860 in the short term.
Okay, so that's the take on SBI. Let's talk about Bank of Baroda next. While we're talking about banks, this stock also in focus on the back of its quarter one business update coming in, and global business for Bank of Baroda has come in at 26.43 lakh crores, which is up 10.7% on a year-on-year basis. Global deposit have come at 14.36 lakh crores, up roughly 9%. If you take a look at the domestic business performance, domestic deposits have come in at almost 12 lakh crore rupees, which is up 8% year-on-year, and global advances are at about 12.1 lakh crore rupees, up 12.6% on a year-on-year basis. Domestic advances have come in at 9.9 lakh crore, which is up 12.5%, and retail advances have also seen a 17.5% uptick to 2.6 lakh crore rupees. So it's a positive update coming in from Bank of Baroda, but the stock is bucking the trend right now, and 0.9%, almost a percent lower, is where Bank of Baroda is trading right now.
Alright, Bank of Baroda there, but moving on to the next banking counter, Rabinder, Bandhan Bank is what you have picked out for us. Take us through the updates on Bandhan Bank.
Whereas Bandhan Bank too is in focus on back of their quarterly business update, where bank says that the total deposit was up by more than 16% to rupees 1.5 lakh crore. And if we talk about CASA deposit, then CASA deposit was down by more than 5.5% on a yearly basis and down 11.8% on a sequential basis. And bank's loan book was up by 6.4% to rupees 1.34 lakh crore, and on a sequential basis it was down by 2.5%. And CASA ratio was at 27.06% versus as compared to 33.37%. So back of this business update, stock is in focus and the stock is down over 2%.
Alright, stock down on the back of quarterly updates, Bandhan Bank. But moving on to the next counter, Vidanta, that has also come out with its quarter one update. Now Vidanta has delivered a strong operational performance in the first quarter of FY26 across its portfolio. Now the Lajigad refinery has achieved a record quarterly alumina output of 587 kilotons. A good update coming in from Vedanta, but we have given them all those morning gains. In fact, it has managed to recover from the day's lowest point, is absolutely flat in trade right now.
Okay, so that's the take on Vidanta. Let's move on to the next stock. And Sachin, Bharat Dynamics is the stock that you've picked out for us. Give us your take on what Bharat Dynamics is shaping up to be like on the charts. Of course, the defense stocks are in focus today on the back of a strong fundamental reason because of the defense ministry. But on the charts, how is BDL shaping up?
Yeah, exactly. But like fundamentals are still looking bullish for the overall defense sectors. But if I talk about the BDL, so on the daily chart, it has also shown some sign of recovery after a healthy time-wise corrections. The stock has rebounded in its upward trend and also confirmed the bullish breakout of the flag pole and flag patterns on the daily charts. Moreover, this it is also trading above the 21 days of moving averages, which is again supporting the momentum and along with the specifically along with the higher volumes, which is again a good sign for the upside momentums and indicating further conviction on the higher side. So as per the our parameters, I am considering buying around 1950 1960 levels. So if anybody is looking for a fresh buy, can consider the buying range around 1950 1960 for the potential upside target of 2200, while support is placed near around 1800 levels, so that could consider as a stop loss point.
Okay, so those are levels to watch out from Bharat Dynamics. Let's once again come back to banking, because the Ujjivan Small Finance Bank has also come out with its Q1 FY26 update, and here's what the numbers look like. Now, before we talk about the numbers, let's just take a look at the chart. It's a very interesting chart, because if you take a look at that sharp spike that the stock has seen after the cut, it has been a stellar recovery from the day's lowest point for Ujjivan Bank. At one point, the stock was lower by 3%, and now it has recovered. Still in the red nonetheless, but still there has been significant recovery from the day's low. But if you take a look at Ujjivan Small Finance Bank's Q1 updates, it's largely a mixed to weak set of numbers coming in. The total deposits are up 18.8% on a year-on-year basis, coming in at 38,612 crores this time around. Their gross loan book is also up 10.7% year-on-year. What's not done well at all is the micro group loan book that has come in at 12,961 crores, which is down 17.8% on a year-on-year basis and a 1% sequential cut as well. So this is where slight pressure is being seen. Their CASA has also taken a little bit of a dip on a sequential basis. It's come in at 9,378 crores, which is down 2.5% on a sequential basis. Slightly, so there are some metrics that are good, but some metrics that are looking very weak as of now for the Q1 update, and that's the reason why the stock is under pressure.
All right, moving on from the small Ujjivan Finance Bank that's reeling under pressure to Marico that's doing well in trade on the back of its updates. Ravinder, take us through Marico's updates then.
Well, it's another stock that is focused on the back of their Q1 business update. Marico says that the sector has showed steady demand with improving rural trend and stable urban sentiment, and they expect gradual growth ahead, supported by easing inflation, good monsoon, and policy stimulus. They say that the consolidated revenue grew in low 20s in line with the estimate, and they expect modest Y-on-Y operating profit growth. For the India business, they say that the UVG continue to improve sequentially to reach a multi-quarter high, and for the parachute, they say that this company saw a marginal dip in the volume. And on the international business front, they say that the height in CC growth, which was better as compared to estimate. Nuvama has also come out with the note, and they have maintained their buy rating with target price of rupees 815. So back of the decent Q1 FY26 business update, stock is up approx 2% and also trading at a record high level.
Okay, so Marico holding up pretty well on the back of very good set of Q1 updates coming in. But while we're talking about consumption overall, Sachin, what about Voltas? That's the stock that you've picked out for us. Now, fundamentally, the early monsoons have marred the production, have marred the outlook for Voltas for now. But on the charts, how is this stock shaping up?
So on the charts, it is showing a sign of recovery, gaining over 5% since Monday, and the prices move above its important key moving averages, which is again along with the higher volume, which is again a sign of a buying interest, fresh buying interest that we can say. Additionally, MACD has also witnessed a positive crossover, which is again supporting the ongoing momentum. So I believe that this momentum should continue further, at least for the short term. On the higher side, potential target could be 1400, 1450.
Okay, so that's the take on Voltas. Let's move on and talk about a couple of stocks that are in focus today on the back of block deals. Now, a lot of block deals is what we have been seeing lately. But especially this week, we've seen major block deals coming in stocks like Nykaa, wherein the major investors have unloaded part stakes. But today, on the same news, we have a couple of stocks that are in focus, the likes of Wipro, Power Grid, and ICICI Prudential Life. Let's start by talking about Wipro. The stock has had 1.13 million shares traded in multiple blocks. ICICI Prudential Life has had 1.12 million shares changed hands in the block deal. and Power Grid Corp has had 2.06 million shares traded in a block deal as well. So all of these stocks and many more, likes of Ola Electric for instance, is also in focus today, but Ola has been seeing back-to-back block deals coming in over the course of the week. But other than that, yes, these three stocks are in focus today in the back of block deals, and the exact names of the buyers, sellers, the number of shares, and the price at which these shares have changed hands, we'll come to know post-market hours today in the evening. So, well, yes, till then, this is the news flow. Lots of block deals is what we've seen across major names when it comes to the market action today.
All right, all those stocks in focus in the back of block deals coming through. But Rabinder, let's come to you then. Reliance is what you've picked out for us. Tell us what's in store for Reliance. That stock is also right now has given up those gains, but nonetheless is holding out in the green. Tell us the news flow.
Well, Reliance Retail Venture has made a strategic minority investment in UK-based Face Gym to bring its innovative facial fitness concept to India, and the Reliance Tera will lead the brand's India's expansion via standalone studios and select Tera's stores over the next 5 years. And this expansion will leverage Reliance's robust retail ecosystem, market expertise, and deep consumer insight to introduce and scale Face Gym's unique offering in a rapidly growing beauty space. So, back of this, Reliance Retail is in focus, and the stock is holding a gain of 0.3%.
Okay, so that's the take on Reliance and why the stock is in focus today. But Sachin, coming to you, IHCL or Indian Hotels is what you've picked out for us on the charts. On a year-to-date basis, the stock has only seen consolidation. Are you seeing any trend reversal on the charts now?
No, so I'm expecting like continuation of the downside momentum in the like Indian hotels because but why exactly I have picked that because if I talk about the market conditions, so like now it is showing some kind of consolidation, some weakness, specifically in Nifty as well as Bank Nifty. So like I think if we are looking for any opportunity on the selling side, we should consider this stock because technically on the daily chart it is showing some sign of weakness and currently trading below its important key moving averages, which is 200 days of exponential moving averages, as well as below the middle Bollinger Band formations. MACD has also slipped below its zero line again along with a negative crossover, which is again indicating a bearish momentum. So in my view, if stocks sustain below the level of 740, which is again an immediate support level for the stock, if it slips below the support levels, we can expect further downside momentum in these stocks towards the level of 710. So if anybody is looking for a fresh selling positions, any selling opportunity in the market as per the market conditions, can consider this stock.
All right, Sachin and Rabinder, thank you so much for taking the time out and joining us. We're completely timed out on this edition, and these were all the buzzers for today.